Hey y'all, what's going on? I'm Leah. Thank you so much for clicking on this video. So this will be season 11 Married to Medicine episode 2 review. This is going to be real short because this was a filler episode, so I'm just going to hit on the main points. Simone and Cecil had a conversation when the episode opened up about him going behind her back and inviting Quad. Again, I am going to assume that this is all part of a storyline because I don't even understand. Like, I just don't play that. If I really am genuinely at odds with somebody, my husband needs to be moving like a Dr. Damon or maybe a Dr. Eugene, because Dr. Eugene has always been the type of person where he will hold Toya accountable because the same complaints that, people in the group have about Toya, he has those complaints too. So he's very honest about his experience. One second. He is very honest about his experience with his wife. So when people come to him and say that they're having a similar experience with his wife, he knows how to navigate it more to a certain extent. But then he still has those periods where he's just gonna ride for Toya regardless. Um, that's just what it is. So, some I don't know, like I'ma just say this. I would not be surprised if this is my last season watching Married to Medicine, because once y'all start allowing the fans and the people from Twitter to dictate how y'all show up, that's it. For me, it loses its luster. This whole storyline and narrative that everybody needs to apologize to Quad, it makes no sense to me. She was not severely mistreated last season. Quad has given her ass to kiss to these women several times over. And I really think what happened was, because we live in a time where you have people on the internet that have no issue going to dox people and dig things up. Jackie and Dr. Heavenly just decided that it would be best in their best interest to just make up with her on camera and to just be part of this whole party of, oh, let's bring Quad back into the fold. Quad needs this show. If Quad had finances and incomes that surpassed what she gets on this show, because I think they all get 150K per episode or some shit like that, she would have been left. She has made it very clear with her actions in the past, she don't fuck with these women. They have made it very clear that she will, when the cameras go down, Quad disappears. When it's time to start filming, that's when she starts coming back around. So no one is gonna gaslight me into this, oh, they've just treated Quad so wrong and they're just jealous because she's single. Multiple truths coexist. I do think there's some jealousy. And I said that in my last week review. I do think there is a little bit of jealousy, but it's not enough for me to be like, oh, like Quad is just so innocent, and like it's just stupid. It's just really stupid, and yeah, I just whatever. Something else that's stupid. Sweet Tea and Doctor Gregory. I think y'all should leave the show. I do, and it's funny because if y'all leave the show, Quad will be right behind y'all. Right now, Quad's only storyline is she has this new fine hunk of a man. The man is fine, I will give her that. But I expect nothing less. She's a Taurus. A pretty woman with a fine man. Sound about right to me. She got this fine hunk of a man, and then you throwing shade at Sweet Tea. You understand? You show up to her bachelorette party the day before she marries your ex-husband, but now she can't come to your birthday party. The nonsensical bullshit amongst the 40-year-old plus women is just not entertaining to me. Then you have Dr. Heavenly and Dr. Damon. Again, it's the same thing that I said last week. Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly ain't shit. They can dish it, but they can't take it. And see, Dr. Damon is a manipulator because you want to act like your main issue with Dr. Gregory is y'all used to have this camaraderie with each other professionally, where y'all would be referring clients back to back, and Dr. Gregory would go the extra mile. But if you're going to sit up here and let your wife say, I am not respected in the medical community, she's hashtagging my business and hashtagging abuser, why the fuck would I go the extra mile? Him and Dr. Heavenly are both manipulative. Even when I was watching Sweet Tea, and she's reviewing the season now, she said that Dr. Heavenly came to her and said, you should come on the show because you would be helping another black woman, and that black woman is Quad. Because apparently what got Quad back on the show was Sweet Tea and Dr. Gregory coming on the show. But again, like I said last week, it all comes back to what works for Dr. Heavenly. Dr. Heavenly is on this ensemble cast show, okay? And she knows that she can't hold it down by herself because she's a one-trick pony. All she knows how to do is bully and berate. She doesn't know how to integrate her family life in a realistic way. That's why Simone is always going to be the crowd favorite. And I don't like how this season there's this push to villainize Simone because Simone is tired of the bullshit. I don't know. I don't know. This review is gonna end right here. Like I said, the episode was a filler. I don't like to watch women that are 40 and over and they're supposed to be in professional spaces acting an ass. And see, when you don't allow people to naturally just gradually leave the show, such as someone like a Quad, now here we are, subjected to the stupidity. It's just stupid. Sweet Tea can't come to your birthday party, but you can crash her bachelorette party because you'll do anything for a check. The same way you laid in that casket for a check. Quad will do anything to maintain her status quo and or elevate it. And it just is what it is. I do agree that Sweet Tea is not a fit for the show, and it has nothing to do with her physical appearance. It's her mentality. Like, even when she sits on her YouTube channel, she's like, Heavenly needs to apologize, and I need to know that she's really sorry. The bitch is never going to be sorry because she's not a good person. The best way to defeat somebody like Heavenly is not to step in the ring with them anyways. And this is a classic example of when you argue with a fool, when you engage a fool from a distance, nobody knows who the fool is. I feel like Sweet Tea is the scapegoat person on this show. And that's why it's not entertaining to me, because it's like, you went and sought this woman out and told her, she said Dr. Heavenly told her, look at it as you helping another black woman. I 1000% believe that Dr. Heavenly told her that. But Sweet Tea, you should have stuck to your guns and never came on this show. Sweet Tea didn't want to come on the show. She didn't want to do reality television. And Dr. G, as her husband, you should have been a leader and said, let's really get our in-house stuff going first and then come back to the show. Y'all should enjoy the first few years of marriage, getting acclimated, living together, get pregnant, have a successful pregnancy, deliver that baby, then come back to the show. It's just, I feel bad for Sweet Tea because Dr. Jackie, y'all all push for this girl to come on the show. Now y'all want to discard her because you see that it's better when it comes to public opinion to keep Quad. And Quad is only entertaining when when she's giving y'all her ass to kiss and y'all complaining about that, or she's interacting with her ex-husband and his new wife. She's not entertaining outside of that. She's not. Where the fuck is Mason? So Mason don't live with her no more? It's like, what the fuck? So that's it. I don't really have anything to say. This was a filler episode. It was cool to see Contessa. Contessa's daughter got so tall and so big. I can't wait to see, because I noticed with all of the reality TV children, they go through like this awkward phase, but then when they come out of it, it's just stunning, stunning, stunning. So I'm excited to see her kids, but her kids have grown. Her kids have grown. She gonna have some tall kids over there, some Shawnee O'Neal kids. But I think her and Scott are pretty tall. Scott looked cute still. He was sitting there last night when Dr. Damon and Dr. G was getting into it. And Scott was just sitting there looking cute. being a Scorpio, observing. But yeah, I'm not interested. They better turn this ship around quick. Now next week, I don't know if that's going to be another filler episode because they are going to a ranch. So I don't know if it's a thing where they're not going to show us too much because there's a lot going to happen. Because reality shows do that when they don't show too much. Sometimes a lot happens, or maybe nothing is happening, and that's going to be another filler episode. But yeah, I don't have much to say because a lot of what I said last week, you could just insert it to this week. Dr. Damon, I just don't like him. I don't like him. I don't like manipulative, monitoring, covert and passive abusive bullying energy. I just don't. It's not entertaining to me. And I think it's that age gap that's bothering me and triggering me from my personal experiences because y'all hounded that girl to come on the show. She's a grown woman. Like I said last week, this will be a tough lesson that Sweet Tea has to learn about discernment and self-preservation. But you hounded her to come on the show, and now you're setting the stage for her to be ripped every which way. And she does have a strong energy to her, and I feel like Sweet Tea will be okay. But that shit is wrong. And then on top of that, you come in for the integrity of Dr. G's practice. Like, it's just wrong. It's just wrong across the board. So that's all I have to say. This episode really did not give much. Hit the thumbs up. Let me know what y'all think about the episode and have a great day and a great week.